Hello, in this video, we will introduce if statements. An if statement is a construct that enables a program to specify an alternative path of execution. In the preceding program, when we get the answer from the user for the addition of two numbers, the program gives the result is the answer is true or false. What happens if in the case of false, we will give user the additional information and give user what is the correct value should be. So for this, we have to use if statements. Python has several types of selection statements: one-way if statements, two-way if statements, nested if statements, multi-way if else statements. This section introduces one-way if statements. This is the syntax for a one-way if statement. So this is the if. Here is the Boolean expression. If this Boolean expression evaluates true, the statements for the true case are executed. So now let's look at this flow chart. This is the flow chart for the if statement. So here we have this: if Boolean expression is true, we're going to execute the statements. Now let's look at this. Here we have the statement right here is for this: if radius is greater than or equal to 0, and we are going to perform this statements for the true case. So this is the animation. Let's enter the radius is 2.
Test if 2 is greater than equals 0. It is true in this case. The statements for the true case will be executed.
Now the true case.
The statements for the true case are executed. The next statement after the if statement is executed.
Now, if this is negative 2,
test if -2 is greater than equals 0. It is false in this case. The next statement after the if statement will be executed. The next statement after the if statement is executed.
So please note that Python uses the indentation to denote the statements for the true case of an if statement. So all the statements, they must indent it at least one space, and they have to be indented on the same vertical alignment. So if you have this is this many spaces, 4 spaces, and the next statement here has to be 4 spaces. So they have to be the same aligned. Now let's look at this example here. It's the simple demo, if demo. The program prompts the user to enter an integer, and now we're going to look at if this integer is divisible by 5. If that's true, print high 5. And now, after this, if it's finished, we go to the next if, is if number is divisible by 2, and then print high even. So let's use the animation here.
The statement prompts the user for input.
I'm going to enter 8.
You entered 8. The statement tests if number is divisible by 5. If so, execute the next line, else skip to line 6. In this case, 8 is not divisible by 5.
So this condition is false. And now we're going to skip this and go to next.
Check your understanding. which line will be executed after this line. Enter and if the program is finished.
So this should be 6 right here.
You are correct. The statement tests if number is divisible by 2. If so, execute the next line, else skip to the end of the program. In this case, 8 is divisible by 2.
That's true.
Check your understanding. Which line will be executed after this line?
So
Enter and if the program is finished.
since this condition is true, line 7 is going to be executed.
You are correct. The statement displays high even. Check your understanding. Which line will be executed after this line? Enter and if the program is finished.
So we're going to end. So this program is finished. This is the last line.
You are correct.
Now,
The program is finished.
let's
You may restart the animation.
finish the code here. So we're going to write this if number remainder 2 is 0. So please note that this colon is required after this condition. So now this is the program. I want to add another thing here is print high 5. Now, if number is divisible by 5, I'm going to print 2 high 5s. So what happens if you made a mistake and with this, they're not indented the same line, so that's going to be a problem. So when you write, you'll get a syntax error. Now, indent in the same line, so you're going to be fine. Okay, so if you use 15, and you're going to see that is high 5, high 5. So if you use 30, and you're going to have high 5, high 5, high even. That is all for this video on the if statements. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.